Hi, my name is Jeff Hewitt, General Manager here at Brian Cullen Motors, and today we are talking about the Chevrolet Silverado Custom Trail Boss. So if you're in the market for a new or used vehicle, make sure you come down to Brian Cullen Motors at 386 Ontario Street in St. Catharines, and don't forget to click on the link below for your YouTube incentive. So this is a 2025 Chevrolet Custom Trail Boss. And so that means a couple things right off the back. First of all, this is a fairly entry-level full-size pickup truck. But what's really cool about it is also the least expensive factory lifted truck on the market. Yes, this does come with a factory 2-inch lift right from the factory. It's not done here at the dealership, and it's not done in somebody's backyard. And so what that means is that everything has been engineered correctly, and you're not going to get weird driveline vibrations and all that sort of stuff. But being a custom trail boss, it does have some unique things. First of all, there's 3 engine choices. You start off with the 310 horsepower 2.7 liter Turbo Max, which is what is in this truck. That is standard equipment. So then you can move up to our favorite 5.3 liter, 355 horsepower V8 gas, which is, well, you know what? In an entry-level truck is a really great combination. And then don't forget, there is the 3-liter diesel. Now that is spectacular because it makes 495 pound-feet of torque. Now I've just been talking about horsepower, and now I'm talking about torque. If you want to understand the difference, make sure you go back to my video when we talked about Max Tow Silverado, and we talked about the rule of 52-52 and what the relationship is between horsepower and torque. That's not what we're going to talk about today, though. We're going to talk about this really cool truck. Let's go around the side and take a look and see what it's all about. Okay, when we come around the side here, the first thing you see are these wonderful 20-inch black wheels with the Goodyear Wrangler Territory mud terrain tires on them. We've optioned this particular truck with this setup. 18-inch rims are standard with a mud terrain tire. When you go to the 20s, you do have a choice between this tire and a slightly less aggressive all-terrain tire. Now, these mud terrains are going to be a little noisier on-road, but when you get them off-road, I have to tell you, they actually perform. You'll also notice when you look down the side here that we've equipped this with the off-road assist steps. These are all metal. There's no rubber on any of this. They do have a bit of a grip surface to them. They kind of have that kind of rock rail kind of look. That's not really what they are. They're just a side step, but they really do finish out the package. You notice, of course, we've got mud guards around all 4 just to make this whole truck look right. Let's take a look at the back here and take a look at what this tailgate has to offer. Okay, so here at the back here we have the multi-flex tailgate. Now, there are 2 tailgates available. There's the standard regular tailgate that would open just like this. You do get to use it with your remote control, but this being a multi-flex gate, of course, you do get the choice of having the extra part come down. And what that does give you is it gives you, well, what some people call the old man step, right? You get the little handle here as well, so you can lift it up, and if you need to climb into the bed of the truck, well, this makes it pretty easy, doesn't it? Now, when you get up here, you're going to find some really good standard Chevrolet things. First of all, you do have the cutouts in the side here. You take a 2x6 and you can start sectioning off the box the way you want to stuff your cargo from moving around. Of course, we've got a factory spray liner in this. I prefer to order my trucks this way. And we have, what, 6 tie-down locations on either side. Nothing's going to be unsecure in this truck provided you do it right. I do recommend that you tie down anything you've got back here properly. We don't want anything flying out on the road. You'll also notice on the side here we do have a standard 110 outlet. If you needed to plug something in, run some tools, really quite a usable box. This is the 5'8" box. Of course, the 6'6" box is also available in the slightly longer chassis. Let's get inside and see what the truck has to offer. So this is a custom trail boss. And so once again, like I said, this is a fairly entry level. So of course it is cloth seating, and it is actually a bench seat up front here. Now, we do have a fold down center console. There is some storage in it, right? But we can turn this into a 6-rider. You can actually have somebody sit here. And by the way, there's actually some more storage under here still. So even though this isn't bucket seats and they haven't got a full center console, you haven't skimped on storage space. Actually, everybody forgets about this little storage under the armrest. It's actually kind of handy to have. On all of our trucks, when we order them with the JL1 trailer brake controller, of course, here's your electric trailer brake control. You want to be able to grab a hold of that. If your trailer's starting to sway on you too much, you want to activate just the trailer brakes. The switch is right there, which is a very reasonable position. But typically, you know, this is your entry-level trim, kind of a smaller screen, but it has all the essentials. And that's really what you're looking for in a truck like this. It does have carpeted floor mats. We tend to sell these with floor liners. Keep everything nice and clean, especially if you get off-roaded into the mud. Let's see what the room's like in the back seat. So you'll have noticed maybe when I was sitting in the front there, I actually adjusted it to my driving position. And take a look at the kind of space you've got back here. Once again, we've got seating for 3, lots of space, like really a ton of leg room if you think about it. I'm 6 foot tall. I have no trouble sitting back here for an extended drive. There are some USB and USB ports here to plug in whatever you need to plug in back here. Realistically, pretty good space for the whole family, the crew, whatever you're using this truck for. Oh, and of course, underneath the seats, we do have, once again, more storage. So you have space down here. There is an accessory tray that you can add here if you want to secure items. Really, overall, just nicely done. Nice, easy pickup truck. So of course, being a pickup truck, the one thing we got to talk about obviously is towing. And I love this about General Motors. On all their Silverados, they actually have a tow specific decal right here on the inside of the door. It's kind of hard to see. I could have picked a better location, to be perfectly honest with you, but thanks to cell phones, we have a nice handy camera. We can take a shot of it. If we take a look here, what do we see? So remember, this is an entry-level truck, right, with a 2.7 liter TurboMax engine, and it's lifted. It's got off-road tires. It's got all these things that, quite frankly, aren't very trailer-friendly. But if we take a look at the decal, I should say, not the decal, the decal. If we take a look at the decal, conventional trailer tow, right, 9,000 pounds. That's amazing. If you stop and think about it, this is an entry-level truck with the entry-level engine, off-road, lifted, off-road tires, everything needed, and it still pulls 9,000 pounds. Amazing truck, just gets better from here. If you're really into some serious towing, anything like that, don't be afraid to consider the diesel. Really great option in this truck. Chevrolet Silverado Custom Trail Boss. Come down and take a look at one. My name's Jeff Hewitt, Brian Cullen Motors, 386 Ontario Street in St. Catharines. Make sure you like and subscribe and come down and see this truck today.